Hey everybody, Leroy here with another interview of a key Koppers team member, and I have today with me Richard Bennett, who runs our Koppers Wood Products business in Australia, an important critical business for us, and we're going to get to know Richard a little bit better today. So we'll start off by, Richard, just kind of introduce yourself, if you will, to the folks out there.
Yeah, right, thanks Leroy. Obviously you know my name. I'm the General Manager of Koppers Wood Products. Been that for about 8 years now.
Okay.
After Peter Warbank retired from the business, so it was a great opportunity. I'm located in sunny Queensland, which is a little bit different to snowy Pittsburgh right at this moment, freezing here. So yeah, our particular operations in Queensland. Yeah.
And so you say 8 years in the role, and how long have you been with Koppers?
Almost 20.
Almost 20.
20 years. Coming August this year will be 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard. So, I often refer to your business as being one of the most successful businesses we have in Koppers. Now, it's not a huge piece of our overall portfolio, but it's that consistent, steady revenue and income stream. You guys always seem to hit your numbers. You almost make it look easy, and I know it's not. I know it's not. So, what's some of the bigger challenges that you have to deal with to be able to put up that kind of performance, month after month, year after year?
Yeah, by far, and if you ask anybody in Koppers Wood, they'd straight away come back and say resource. That's by far the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Number one thing that we talk about all the time, we've got zero harm and everything else, but once we get past all of that, resource, where's our next lot of resource coming from? Can we sign up more resource for our plants?
Yep.
We're struggling to get pine. There was this market down there is really good and really hot for pine at the moment, very hard to get. And we have our hardwood eucalyptus, which is the majority of the East Coast, or all of the East Coast except for one customer is on that. That's the number one key thing, I suppose. And secondly, behind that, just the way the world's gone mad in the last couple of years, and Australia's no different with big boost in economy. The labour force, it's turnover in labour and getting good people to stay at those plants is one of the big things. And you can have everything right, but if you haven't got the good people to run your plant, you're fighting a losing battle. So
resources and people, makes sense that'd be some of the bigger challenges.
Yeah, they're the two biggest ones.
Yeah. Okay, Richard, as we already mentioned, you've been in the wood business in Australia for quite a while. So if you don't mind, tell everybody a little bit how you got your start.
Well, I'm an electrician by trade, so that's how I started out. Grew up in a little town in northeast of Tasmania, and there's the biggest industry there, a couple of big sawmills. And I was lucky enough to get a start as an apprentice electrician. And started with the sawmill from there, and grew up through the ranks to foreman, and then leading the maintenance department. And one day somebody said, you're not ever going to lead a plant if you're the maintenance manager. You've got to be sales or production. So had a production role to manage the plant, and I flicked over from maintenance to production. So instead of being one trying to fix it, I was the one moaning about it. And from there just progressed into senior management, moved over to South Australia with the same company in a larger sawmill, and then to Koppers 20 years ago.
So you've seen a lot over the years. What are some of the biggest changes you've seen in the industry?
There's been a lot. I suppose the major one that I've seen is technology. That's and obviously that's about speed of production and that. But then what the thing that comes with that in the industry is safety.
Yes.
Because they're taking people away from machines. And we've got zero harm. Other companies may have zero harm or something. It's just grown and grown and grown. Over the years, and it's just baby steps. But if you had a look now at what we do now, what a sawmill does now, and thinking about what we used to do, it's just chalk and cheese. Okay,
now we get to do the fun part in terms of asking you some questions that we get to get a little more insight into Richard Bennett. So you ready to go?
Yep.
All right. If you could switch lives for one day with one person, who would you choose?
Probably the president of the US.
Yeah,
See what,
really?
just see what he does. You know, all that power and
Yeah.
how his day works.
Yeah.
And it might be completely different than what I have in my mind, but you know, just to see how his day goes about. I mean, it's all talked about. So.
You're a better man than I. That's the last job I'd want. But
well, you only have to have it for one day.
That's
so
true.
That,
That's true. You're right.
Move back out and get back into normal life.
That's different. You're right. All right. Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 10 years into the future?
Only 10 minutes. Thanks.
10 minutes.
Yeah. No, I don't want to see what's coming. Yeah. I mightn't like the result.
Best advice you've ever received?
Just be truthful. I think.
Okay.
You know, truthful and kind. That's
Yeah.
You know, that's
good advice.
And hopefully you'll get that in return.
Yeah. Great. Name one material thing you can't live without.
Radio, music.
Favorite artist? Or genre of music?
Soft rock.
Soft rock? Okay.
Yeah, probably more from my era.
Little 70s? Sort
yeah,
of
80s, yeah.
70s, 80s,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Most used emoji. Do you use emojis?
I don't use emojis, no.
All right.
So, maybe a smiley face or one of those.
Okay, right. Would you rather be able to speak any language or be able to communicate with animals?
I think I'd rather communicate with animals.
Would you? Yeah. Which animals would you communicate with? Koalas? Or
yeah, tell them to get out of the forest that we're about to cut down for a start, I suppose.
Right. There you go.
Kangaroos, get them off the road.
Yeah. Right. Favorite way to spend a day off?
Camping.
Camping? Okay.
Yeah,
Good
number
camper?
one. Easy question, that one.
Okay. If you could eat only one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pizza.
I'm with you on that one.
No. Love pizza. I've got a wood-fired pizza oven at
Do you?
home, and yeah.
So what's your toppings of choice?
Just an Aussie. It's ham, cheese, bacon, bit of bacon on there, egg whipped up.
And you call that an Aussie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No Vegemite.
No
Thanks.
Vegemite.
No,
Tomato sauce on the bottom. So yeah.
Okay, Richard. So here's your opportunity to put me on the spot. Got one question. What do you want to ask me?
It's probably a pretty easy one.
Yep.
You haven't been around for a while over in Australia.
not.
Times haven't allowed that. When if you're planning a trip, I'm sure everybody would love to see you in person and instead of just on the video.
On the video, yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to get back to Australia. I don't have anything firm in the works right now, but I'd say I'm tentatively planning and hoping to come sometime later this year in December probably. I'll make that commitment right now. Okay, December. I'm going to make it December.
Excellent.
All right.
Fantastic.
All right. So again, thanks Richard for spending the time with us today. Thanks everybody out there. Until we see you again next time. Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.